Good morning and welcome back to GMNC. Right now we are super excited to chat to Julia, the CEO of Reach for Dream. Welcome, Julia.
Hi, Megan. Thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for joining me. So, Julia, tell me a little bit more about yourself. Who are you?
So I'm just an ordinary person, Megan. I work at Reach for Dream Foundation. We fulfill dreams for children with life-threatening illnesses. I really feel completely blessed to work at the foundation for the past 14 years. Beside me in fulfilling children's dreams are really a group of wonderful board members who are committed and offer their time voluntarily, and staff members and volunteers that give of themselves every day to ensure that children have a dream and their dream is fulfilled.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's absolutely incredible what you do, really. So tell me about you becoming CEO of Reach for Dream.
I started out at Reach for Dream 14 years ago. I actually started out as the fundraising manager. And 2 years later, I was promoted to the CEO. But at Reach for Dream Foundation, the values and the work that we do and the whole culture is not really just about the titles and what people are called. It's really what we do and how we inspire children to have hope, strength, and courage to ensure. So when we're all together making dreams come true, I'm not the one doing it. It's the team around me. And at the risk of sounding corny, there's no I in team, and it really is a team effort across the country. From incredible women who are our branch managers, who give of themselves as well, just as equal.
That's beautiful, Julia. I love it. I'm getting goosebumps where I sit right now. So what is your vision for Reach for Dream?
So we really have come out of a very difficult time. I think COVID has had a lot of negative impacts, but I think in the middle of COVID, with all the uncertainty and all the noise, I think what we needed to do was just be still and try and find some positives for our children. And I think that a lot of people say when we get back to normal, and we're not going to get into if there is going to be a back to normal, but for Reach for Dream, it's around how we're going to navigate the next 2 to 3 years in this situation that we're in, and how do we go through this global pandemic, being innovative, stronger, and still fulfilling children's dreams, because our children are in hospital, their immune systems are low, they're vulnerable. So how do we still create that magic, if we do get a restricted on level 5 or level 4 again, how do we maintain that? So for us, our vision is to go forward with the same positivity and encouragement that we've had during COVID to fulfill children's dreams, and to ensure that we develop and we grow and we innovate ourselves and the foundation for our children to receive their dreams. So children will still receive their dreams. It's just the how, and ensuring that the magic is still there.
Yes. Well, Julia, I think that the world needs more people like you, and what you do is really, really wonderful. I just think that the children are so thankful for people like you, really. So in this past year, everything was just crazy. So how's this past year been for you?
I think it's not easy to navigate the situation. I think, business leaders, companies were folding and retrenching and closed down, and charities were not part of the agenda in terms of how do we still contribute to charities. And I think one of the things that we are most proud of is the amazing relationships that we have with our donors, who may have not given us as much as they would have if it wasn't COVID, but they still gave us and they still contributed. our directors on the board who run businesses themselves still gave us their time, their expertise and their guidance to try and navigate this shift. And really it was just about, you know, when you're in that pandemic and you just see the loyal people really step up for you, and not for me or you know, individuals, but for children with life-threatening illnesses. You know, we have this project called VR Experiences in Hospitals, where we give children VR goggles and they can still experience walking through a forest or touching a dolphin. And you know, when we first said to some of our partners, Eden was one of them, Fine Health Group was another, we just said, guys, we can't get to the hospitals. I think one of those things was that it was very emotional on one level, because for 33 years, Reach for a Dream is in the children's hospitals.
Yes.
And now we can't be in the hospital anymore.
Oh my word, that's
so
crazy.
So when I threw it out to the partners and I said, guys, we need to be in the hospital without being in the hospital.
Yes.
You know, this VR initiative came up and donors felt compelled to contribute and do something. And I think that will always be something that I will take with me, even beyond Reach for a Dream and into my old age, because it's really during the difficult times that people can really shine and show you, this is who I truly am, this is my true colors. And I'm just blessed to have witnessed just the generosity, the beautiful people that Reach for a Dream is surrounded by every single day. And that's our donors, our staff members who give, you know, over and beyond, our volunteers who kept calling us and saying, I really want to get into the hospitals, our doctors and our healthcare workers really in the front line who still have time, even if their ward has been converted into a COVID ward, still have time to call us and tell us, this little girl or this little boy needs a dream, please help us. So really it was a bad time for many. And I think after so many days and, you know, a year and a bit of living in this, I think, you know, we need to really pick ourselves up and say, how do we go through this? Because it's not going to stop. And how do we reinvent ourselves for this new way? Because it is a new way. And we can all just give up and say it's never going to be like it was, or we can say, you know, for our children, that's the inspiration. How do we do things a bit better? How do we keep inspiring hope when everything around us is just hopeless?
That's beautiful. So, Julia, how can people reach you? Do you have any social media where people can follow you? If people want to help, how can they contribute to you?
Yes, so the best thing to do is just go onto our website, which is www.reachforadream.org.za. All our social media handles are on the website, as well as ways to contribute and assist. People can go and sign up for a My School card at Woolworths, and every single time they shop at Woolworths, they can swipe and we get points. You don't have to give cash. You can contribute in any way that you want to. All the options and alternatives are on our website to make a difference.
Yes. So, Julia, do you have a small message for the women out there celebrating Women's Day?
Yeah, I think Women's Day is it's a beautiful day to celebrate women and you know, the role that women play in communities. And if we look at For a Dream as a foundation, you know, our field workers, our graduates, our staff members are mostly women, and the role of these women are not just in Reach for a Dream, but they are mothers, daughters, you know, sisters, they're caregivers, they're breadwinners, they look after their entire family and then their extended community. So it really is inspiring. And I think that we should celebrate women and absolutely, spend the 9th of August doing something for yourself, because as women, we're always doing something for everyone else. Just sit back and reflect. And to all the beautiful nurses and doctors that, work in the front line every single day, to take a moment and just to thank them and think of them on the 9th of August as well.
Definitely.
Well, Julia, it was so wonderful chatting to you. You are such an inspiration. I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life. But thank you for what you do for the children out there. It's something just beautiful.